Welcome back. Here I am, selling. Well, I'll keep Wand of Shield. One of Prayer, one of Lightning Bolt, one of Heroism, one of Good Hope, one of Cure Mortal Wounds, one of Crushing Despair, one of Burning Hand, one of Bless, Explorer's Hat, Random Thing, Stinking Cloud. I'm just selling all of these scrolls because I just don't need them. There's no point in hoarding just for the sake of it. I'm going to go clear out of my stuff. Do I really need 18 acid arrow scrolls? No. I don't. I've never used the meta magic rod, so there's only one way to find out if it works or not, I guess. Yeah, now I've got 31 grand again. And yeah. Don't know that I use combat expertise feats. Nope. But yeah. Now then, I'm gonna go to the tavern because there was a quest to hand in to do with the lost brother. Get that handed in. I guess I could do some side quests. I have some companion quests that need looking at. But let's talk to Edrist. Did you manage to find anything? Tell me about your great-grandfather. Matthian Han Vaki was known for his bravery and recklessness when our family was dealing with... Actually, I think I already did this. Many years ago, came in search of adventure, was never heard from again. Among the undead bones in the Cyclops tomb, we found a letter that touched on Matthian's fate. We should show this letter to Edrist. Maybe I need to have the letter in my inventory. Don't! Loading screens, they take time, don't they? I'm 72 hours into this game now, if you include the DLCs and stuff. 72 hours, man. Any letters? Other. Letter from Jamandi, Mega Varn's letter, Nita's letter, Nugra's note, Penrod Hanvaki's letter. I'm going to keep the Magar Varn stuff in my inventory, you know. Anything to do with found that in Ghost Stone. I like it. For the most part, it tells you where you found it. It's actually quite useful. Well, that can be sold. So can that. And that. And that. And that. And that. And keep any ingredients. You never know when you might want cold resistance, Ted. I assume it'll be never. Anyway. Before, when we were here, we I looked into, between the streams, I've looked into the old artifacts I've got, and nothing is ready yet. Some of these things need 15 items to make them, and you know, some of these things I haven't seen for ages. I don't know if I'm going to have to like explore everywhere, or if I'm just not. I mean, I'm not convinced I need all this stuff to finish the game, but it would be nice to find it, right? Collect everything. 11 jades, 11 citrines, 6 green quartzes, 5 agates. It's 200 gold. Got myself quite a lot of gold out of that. Right, let's go to the tavern again. While I'm thinking about it, these all link together. That doesn't. Got 2 side quests, or companion quests. There. One I need to take Jubilos to. So I will get involved in that. It's going to grant me some XP. And I'm almost halfway through 11. Probably a third of the way through. Take a look at this letter. It's related to your family. I found it on a dead body in an ancient Cyclops tomb. Edris grabs the letter eagerly and starts reading it line by line, faded though it is with time. Tomb of Cyclops. Looks like you shed light on one of the secrets of our family. The bones you found were the remains of my great-grandfather. Well, the picture's perfectly clear now. Oh, if only this ill-conceived letter had been lost to time. If my poor brother hadn't found it and infected with this deadly craving for adventure. Well, your grace, today I'll leave for Grolton, city in which from this day on you have a loyal friend and ally. Ring of improved proficiency. Farewell. +2 deflection bonus to AC, and +1 competence bonus on attack rolls with melee weapons. Doesn't give anything. Right, so it's a ring of protection +2, but a competence bonus on tax rolls with melee weapons. Ah. Excuse me. Wand of Shield. So she can cast shield on herself. I think she... Ah! 2 casts of shield. 45. It's something, isn't it? Keep your letters there.
Follow if you dare.
Why don't I do knock knock and the trouble with goblins? Yeah. Knock knock and the trouble with goblins is the next quest we're going to go on. I'm thinking, except for weekends, of switching back to the whole hour-long episodes, and I might smash out a really long sesh on Saturday or Sunday, or you know. Oh, hello. What's this? Ah, yes, the inconsequent debate. Well, before we go in, let's rest.
Oh, well.
And let's go in. What is going on at Oleg's trading post? There are goblins here. You've stumbled across an ugly scene, a ragged pile of goblins there, hiccuping violently, laughing, and hiccuping again. The air is so thick with alcohol fumes, flies lie dead in the dirt, and an odd vinegar smell as well. Appears the goblins had gotten into Oleg's stock and drank deep of its contents. Barrels lie in splinters around the area, not a single one intact. No problem here. Normal day for tribe. Would be worse if holiday. Is this your tribe? Yep. They've marked this as home. It will be hard to make them leave this home. Though, it's much smaller than the capital. Capital would have more room for them. Not after a lion pile could be lying down drunk everywhere. You, runny longlegs, why did you stop running? Why make home here? Kept getting chased, no place to settle down, got hungry, then caught. Then we sent here and by caught? By who? Big Shanks, bigger than you. Fatter, smelled better, big club. Was eating sheep. We tried to share his sheep with us by taking one, a small one, in the night while we snore, but we not ask first, so we got mad. Looks like a giant, don't know which one. After eating half of us, he got so full he ready to trade. So if we find him something to wash other goblins down with because they're still screwing in his gut, he lets go. You know, a place here at post, but to sample cakes. I'll make them leave, or I'll do it myself. Listen, knock knock, big hero. You do not knock knock say. But tell me where Big Shanks now, when he expects you back. Did Big Shanks follow you? Oh, here he comes. Hey, Munguk. At that moment, there's another waft of foul air. The shadow falls on the ground. All the goblins in that pile lift their heads at the new arrival. Towering hill giant with mismatched overalls, a necklace of hands and skulls, and a makeshift club composed of several timbers tied together with rope. He looks very, very angry. Not just the pile of goblins, but the splintered empty barrels. That him. Look, whatever your name is, we don't want any bloodshed, but let's talk about this. Hill giant turns to you as if in challenge, points to himself and gives a rumbling growl into Munguk. Then turns to the goblins. His hand clenches his club and the growl gets louder. He points at the goblins and points to his belly, the intent clear. Goblins do not respond, not even Longlegs. Their eyes remain wide, frozen. Suddenly, Longlegs makes a high-pitched squeak and points at Knock Knock. He, our leader? He a hero. He make us drink everything he promised. Also, he made us eat your sheep. Eat him, an ugly friend. He, Munguk, says, not in the mood to share. He says the half-shanks are their guts to his to eat. Put your hand on your weapon. Back away, monster, or I'll kill you. Munguk may not understand you, but he's keen on catching your intent. He growls and raises his club, then growls again. You can understand him? I can't. Got caught by hill giants once, kept as a toy for their kid till ran away. Well, do something about it. Knock Knock swallows and takes a deep breath and strides up to the hill giant, barely cresting his knee. He then gives a few short, drawn-out squeaks. The hill giant doesn't respond, seemingly confused. Knock Knock repeats himself. Again, it's met with silence. Frustrated and out thinking, he kicks Munguk as hard as he can and howls in pain. Munguk seems oblivious to the kick, but glances down at Knock Knock, who is now holding his foot and leaping about. Suddenly a smile slowly cracks Munguk's stained face. It's like watching clay crack. Then he starts chortling as Knock Knock's eyes water. Knock Knock finally stops hopping about and takes a step back, glaring furiously at Munguk. Seeing the goblin become still, the once solid hill giant begins to grumble angrily, his eyebrows draw together. Attack him again. Knock Knock looks confused at your way out, thinking, kicks Munguk again and amidst a new set of howls. And this giant's head gives a delighted, booming voice. Laugh. Spittle flying from his splinter teeth. One gob flies almost slowly, twisting in flight to land directly onto Knock Knock's head with a heavy spat, forming a phlegmy cap that drips down his face. The other goblins, once paralysed with drinking fish, suddenly begin to laugh as well, pointing at Knock Knock till the entire building is filled with laughter. Knock Knock's ears droop at the ridicule, but then he finally manages a half-hour chuckle until he's laughing as well. And the hill giant doesn't seem as angry anymore. Seems he's forgotten his hunger in the light of this amusement. See if he'll leave now. Knock Knock looks doubtful but shrugs. Squaring his chest, he tries to give a booming, rumbling command, then stops his feet and nods outside. The hill giant glances in that direction. The hill giant glances in that direction, then turns back to Knock Knock, confused, then points at his belly, then points at Knock Knock. Knock Knock shakes his head frantically, then risks a quick glance at you. Munguk not want to go. Food is here. Now he think me not a hero, but food too. Keep trying, Knock Knock. There must be something you can do to convince him. Knock Knock thinks hard for a moment, then brightens. He gives a series of rumbling grunts, very quick in succession, then spreads his hands out wide, then spreads them high, standing on his tiptoes. After that, he settles back on his heels and pats himself on the belly with a sound, which doesn't need translation. The hill giant wanders off. Munguk absorbs this dully, then glances at the goblins. He gives a short, dismissive grunt, then glances back at Knock Knock and shrugs. Then to your surprise, he lumbers out, club over his shoulder. What did you say to him? Just make sense to him with words like real hero. Send Munguk to capital. Lots of food there and drink. He have all he needs to fill belly. What? Why did you do that? I'm not counting so well, but hero good at chasing off giant means not good hero, right? Ignoring him, and pile of goblins all watching you as sober up. Goblins seem ready to bolt. You catch Longlegs slowly and curling himself from the pile, apparently ready to run. You do notice a number of the goblins are looking at Knock Knock with a strange fascination. Dealing with the giant must have impressed them. Knock Knock, deal with your tribe. Knock Knock steps forward and gives a series of cracking hisses to get attention. All the goblins stare at him. After their eyes are on him, Knock Knock, his eyes narrow, goes to each one of them in turn and raps them twice on their head. Interesting. Raps them all twice on their head. Hard. They wince but say nothing, except for one feeble groan from a goblin more sober than the rest. Make great deal with you. You need to go to a bigger place or I hit you again. I show you. Me big hero. Follow me. Take you to a new place. You better not be taking him to the capital like Munguk, or so help me. Capital, not bad idea. Oh, you go capital. Knock, knock, command you. Go! The end of your barrier just drew closer, much closer. To your horror, the goblins scampered away, running in all directions, but toward the direction of the capital city. Okay. Well, I've got them out of Oleg's trading post. At least. Can I rest here? Yeah, I can. Can access my stash here as well.
My search was not in vain.
Let's chat to Svetlana. I have to go. Farewell. I'm not going to take her ingredients. Right, they've returned to normal now. Has he got anything? Nah. He's as updated as he will ever be. And I've got nothing to sell here. However, the goblins are gone. Let's just, before we go, let's check the quest log. So that's done. I'm gonna go back to the capital and, you know, see if there's any trouble there. There's bound to be something else is gonna happen once we get there. I need a required companion there to get that. I guess I could do that next. Trade Guard. Never been to Trade Guard. I'm going to visit Trade Guard. Pretty sure this village just turns up after a while. But it might be a side quest here. There's a trader here. Right, he just has stuff. Food, ingredients. And there's a house. Yeah, it's just a trader there. There's nothing else in Trade Guard. Guard, citizen, priest.
In due time.
May as well explore it. Might be an item.
I'm there.
Yeah, I've pretty much explored everywhere that there is. Guards. Well, that's this place done. Ah, there's another trader. No, I've seen that trader. That's it, Trade Guard. Well, while it is useful, well, I mean, there's a cleric there at least, right? Which, if you think about it, since I finished the prologue chapter, there is no cleric.
I need to catch my breath.
I know, we're going to be resting soon, Octavia. Right. In fact, Octavia, you can go that way. Gear, have you got? You've got a resistance cloak, you've got that, you've got a Cerbic ring. Bombardeer's vest. Natural armor, Bombardier's vest. Don't have a weapon. We could definitely do with Bomber's Eye. Don't need that. Don't need that. Couple of cast of haste. Delay poison communal. He doesn't have a great deal of offensive spells, but he has. Okay, let's chuck you out and bring you back. Purely so I could borrow that and that. And that, and that, and that, and that. Oh, no, I don't want that. Well, that can be junked. And that can be popped back on there. I can get rid of you and get Lindsay back. Let's check your spell slots now, Jubilost. Yeah, so I thought you'd have extra spells. Let's rest up a couple of times. Let's just manage that a second. Jubilost. Alright. Camping time is reduced by 1 hour.
On the...
Okay, let's hit save and let's see what happens here. Attend the inconsequent debates. Cold tea. We just rested. Pale gnome would Dull brittle hair is scribbling something busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are at last. Go read the rules quickly. They've posted a little further along. The other team's already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course. I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move, but still, I'd like to know, how did you know we were coming? Host said so. Well, are you going to keep wasting time? Read the rules and we'll start. Attendant mates, read the rules. Let's just check his spell book. Good. Nerd Zottenthroppel. Was I given some rules? Can't think of anything but tentacles. Well, these look like rules. Fixing his glasses, Jubilos looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read it out loud so that everyone can hear. Rules of the inconsequent debates. Year to be added later. I see the authors didn't overstrain themselves. So the rules. Item 1, obey the host and everything. Item 2, come in triplets. Item 3, no fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily, even if you really want to, even if you apologise later. Nice. Item 4, most important one. Participant must assume the shape of a giant frog. What? A frog? What does that have to do with anything? Are those the right rules for the competition? What irresponsible word monger about? What is it? Am I a frog? Something is obviously wrong here. Failed perception. Maybe it's supposed to be like this? So we're just going to leave it as it is? I have a better idea. Let Lindsay buy us some time. I'll talk to the other participants. Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. It'll buy you some time. You start looking for whatever is responsible for this. Greetings, I'm Sir Allfree, loyal follower of the tentacles of Iomedae, knight, noble and crusader from Mendev. Tentacles, oh yes, my knightly motto used to be, courteous even in death, but I'm afraid it must now be changed to, severing the tentacles of evil. In just a few phrases, he managed to pour some pomposity on us that I can... He managed to pour more pomposity on us than I can manage in a week. Quite a talent. The tentacles of evil? Why is it you want to change the motto, sir? See, upon my arrival, I immediately went to read the tentacles of the event. But Guile already had me in its tentacles. The rules were charmed, and everyone who reads them must say tentacles every so often, which is happened to be right now. Tentacles. If I can't get rid of this affliction, at least tentacles, I can make it into my motto. Do you have any idea who could have done this to the rules? It was done by one of the participants who allowed their tentacles to guide their heart, including you and me and my tentacles. 4 teams of 3 arrived. I swear by my tentacles. My service to the most honest Iomedae would never allow such tentacles. Nor would I suspect you and your outstanding companions, noble tentacles all. Look for the villain among the other 2 teams. I have to go. Before you leave, let me ask you, and in the name of tentacles, don't consider it idle curiosity, what need brought you to the tentacles debate? That would be me. I asked for the Baron's help in this tentacles, in this endeavour, because winning will let us ask what made the tentacles, what caused the gnomes to leave the first world. For me, these tentacles are something more than scientific curiosity. I'm amazed at how inquisitive the tentacles in your mind are, sir. I admit, it's the first tentacle. I'm tired of saying tentacles now. That I've ever talked to such a learned frog. Forgive me my ignorance, but it never even crossed my feeble tentacles that there are educated ones amongst your race. For the love of Desna, I'm not a frog. Let it be known to you, sir, that you are speaking to Jubilos Narthropple, well-known publicist and researcher. This shape is the consequence of a silly prank. I'm a gnome, and that is why I'm participating in the debates, to learn how my race received the affliction called the bleaching, and discover a way to fight it. In that case, I wish our worthy rivals good tentacles, in the name of truth, justice, and tentacles. Right.
Follow if you dare.
So there's giant frogs around, and we know why. Nerd Zottenthroppel. And the young wizards desperately thrashed about in his fetters, but all in vain. The shoots and the plants had him tightly. The nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him immediately. And immediately what? And immediately anything. Does this book ever end? I thought the wizard would die in the last chapter, but Ollie was running from the horde of unicorns through fields of giant fly traps. Oh. Like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looked at you. Oh, hello again, travellers. It seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm Neard Zottenthroppel. These two idiots are my brothers, Viar and Loire. So what did the nymph immediately do to the wizard? It's too much to tell. She keeps him hostage for another 4 chapters. I like it when it's more like real life. In this author's last book, he escapes from the evil wizard in 5 minutes. You look pale. She looks bleached. Jubilos's voice is grim. It's alright, I've still got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zottenthroppels don't go down easy. My brothers and I lost our colour long ago, but death still hasn't taken us. You participating in the debates? Sure, although really, we're just here to see the show. Figured it'd be fun. You were right. Why are you calling these frogs your brothers? Ha! These fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Anyone who reads them turns into a frog, so now I have 2 frog brothers, I guess. I'll leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? They read them together? Yes. Nah. Shut up, Laura. Of course we did. We read them when we transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. Never mind, I'll talk to you later. Right, it's a kobold I could try and talk to. Little kobold raises his snout at you. Greetings. Are you participating in the debates too? Yes, participate. I participate. Amazing, we'll be competing against the inarticulate kin of unforgettable Tartuk. Huge frog, you speak. Can we mount you? I feed you ants, clean your skin. I am Ryder. In the list of all the job offers I've ever received, that will be honorably placed in the I'm ready to cry section. It's like a spell was cast over my friend when he read the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I didn't read. Gnome helped me. Read for me aloud, but then scream. I scared. Why'd you have these jerboas here? Faye say need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Want to go very much. Caught this jump mouse. Now we are 3. So you want to ask the host? What do you want to ask the host if you win? I dragon. How become dragon? All right, I'll go. See you. See you.
I do what I must.
Okay. Temple guard. I'd rather fight with demons than talk with Fae. We talk to the giant frogs. Into the host.
I'm there.
There's got to be something else around here. Fae are treacherous, tricky. Right. Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but read the rules. I'm going to read this nonsense again. Fine. It's not going to get any worse. Starts the same, and then item 4, most important one. The participant must say tentacles at least every 10 words. Wait, did it work? I'm not a frog anymore. Thank tentacles. Wait, what was that? I meant to say thank Desna. I'm probably just tentacles. I mean tired, just tired. It makes me say tentacles. Ah! This is fun. You want me to read this tentacle again? Fine. It can't get any worse than tentacles. Starts the same, and then item 4, most important one. The participant must routinely enter desperate screaming fits. Haha, if this rule scroll is really charmed, it will be so much fun. Wait, did I really just scream that? I'm not on academic tact and restraint. What's going on? For the love of Desna! Okay, we've read everything. And the debates, the Fae and their mysteries, and most importantly, we don't have to fight anyone. I like this adventure. Okay.
In due time.
Giant frog, can't be talked to. Ah! Horse. Temple guard. Did you try to talk to the host about it? I did, naming tentacles, but Faye think that cheating within the rules is tentacles and perfectly appropriate. As a true knight, I must overcome these tentacles resolutely. So you're a Mendevian crusader. Truly spoken. Hope you've heard about our glorious tentacles. Our order fights demons fearlessly, preventing their tentacles from spreading across the world. You don't often see an Azimar in these lands. Azimars are not so uncommon in our tentacles. Celestials are known to aid Mendevian crusaders in our war against demons. Sometimes this camaraderie sparks a tentacle, personal attraction. But just the presence of a holy celestial nearby can sometimes cause the birth of an Azimar child. See? Easier tentacles. Are you participating? I certainly am. I've come here to carry out the will of my tentacles and set a good example for my tentacles and possibly find a new way to fight tentacles, that is demons, if I win. Faye might answer all my tentacles. I think I have to go.
I'm off.
Right, so just making sure I've exhausted. The little kobold said one of you helped him read the rules. Yeah, that's true, but he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every pole. One turns into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, the other makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Not remotely. You're confused, my friends. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How is it that both your brothers were turned into frogs? And if Nerd already saw what happened and knew the rules were charmed, then why did she tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves, or make you read them and put a spell on you? Nerd adjusts a ridiculous helmet, strikes a rakish pose. Because you're a gnome, only a gnome could think of playing a joke on everyone around and then joyfully get caught on their own prank. You're far-sighted and loud-voiced. I like you. Answer clearly, did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Our sister was the one who did it. Ah! Enough snitching, Noir. You're just jealous that was Nerd that came up with the idea. And why did you do it? It's so boring, we wanted to. So we did it. Just think how funny it will be. Debates where all the participants are screaming or talk about tentacles or just croaking. But we're honest players, so we've charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want an unfair advantage. Well, I say it's a fine prank. Let everyone say it is. He sighs with relief. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled for as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go quickly. So we are all pranked. The hooded creature looks mundane, but after looking for a time, one might notice the figure's contours tremble and flow as in a haze. Welcome to the inconsequent debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. You read the rules, have you? Not that there's anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, then forget them, and had to make new ones. So it's simple. You want as your reward for us to answer a question. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask, and one in each triplet answers, and always the same one. The others can only prompt. Let's see, it will be you, little kobold, you, Sir Alfrey, you, Nerd, and you, Omeg. Remember one thing, here at the Inconsequent Debates, there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each will be weighed. Don't choose the lightest one. Your rival might find a heavier argument, and most importantly, light answers are no fun for us. Why are you referring to yourself in the plural, host? You hear laughter emerge from the hood. You know very well you've met us, Omeg, but it was a different us at a different time. For now, be satisfied that we do not wish to disclose ourselves. Tell us, why do you, creatures from the first world, need to organise all this? Win the competition and ask. Those are the rules of the game, right? Hell no, we are not wasting a precious question to discover the motives of the Fae and their lords. I don't have the imagination to think of how absurd and silly their answer might be. Let's begin. Begins. We are ready, despite the tentacles. Alright, let's see how tough they have it in the first world. Some of you look so serious. Thus we'll begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move a mountain? Jubilos Lindsay, what's your answer? Oh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lessons at the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can't think of an answer, but because I can think of 1,000 at once. I don't know where I can hide from them. Well, let's see. We are dealing with Fae and the first world. They told us clearly that trivial answers won't cut it. I think the good answer is its own will. In the first world, mountains often change position. Oh, there's at least one that does it with his own free will. That's Ulas, one of the Tain, a walking mountain. Yeah, let's go for that. Its own will. We heard you. What will the others say? What can move a mountain? Little. Maybe dragon? Dragon can move mountain. Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nourishes us. With devout faith in our tentacles and a righteous cause, everything is within tentacles. A teleportation spell. Ha ha ha! I could probably manage moving a hill or two. In fact, that gives me an idea. We have heard you. Now you hear us. Of course, gods and magic can move mountains, but that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over the house? Magic. How to paint the fence yellow using blue paint? Divine intervention. Such light answers are the weakest. A good answer is its own will. Will and desire lie at the base of all our motions, action and decision. If a mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. That was an interesting round. Let the next question be heard. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? I'd say a secret. A secret weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none. Jubilos? Well, I'm sorry I got distracted. This mosquito is so delicious. Demons take those mosquitoes. I'll go mad in this shape. So the answer, I think, is it's glory. It can't belong to many, otherwise the value of each is diminished. I'm going to go with secret. I don't know this. Maybe it's dragon? It's the knight's heart. I swear by my tentacles. It can belong to himself or to his righteous cause or to his greatest tentacles. It can't belong to everybody. Yeah, look how I can roll my eyes. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answer from Zot and Throppel Triplet this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now, as for the other answers, the heart is not the best answer, even among knights. There are many whose hearts belong to beautiful women and a beloved mother, plus their friends, their commander, their righteous cause, and a delicious lunch. Especially a delicious lunch. It doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow weaker. Fair enough. A secret is a good answer. The more souls know it, the less mysterious it is. But without a single bearer, it will die. Your triplet wins this round. Baron. Here the third question. Each of us is born at the same time with a monster. Each day we live, it grows. It can torment, bring us joy, or kill without a single wound. What is it? Each of us is born at the same time with our monster. Each day we live, it grows. It can torment, bring us joy, or kill without a single wound. What is it? Well, it's time. What do you say, Jubilos? Considering that question is asked by a representative of the fair, the answer could be anything from singing to the love of pastries. But let's think logically. The last part of the riddle can easily be ignored, because just about anything in a riddle can aid or ruin you depending on the circumstances. What's important is that the riddle clearly points to some quality or property of a living creature, something that is born with us. Another point. It grows, I would say knowledge. Each new day brings something new. So our knowledge of ourselves and the world keep growing. For some, though, this process is ridiculously slow. Memory. Each of us is born at the same time with memory. Each day we live, it grows. It can torment, bring us joy, or kill without a single wound. What is it? Memory? Memory, it could be. Ambition. Knowledge. I'm going to go with memory. We have heard you. What will the others say? What is the monster? Maybe it's dragon? It's curiosity. It's born with us. It grows day by day, saves us from the bleaching, and if you only knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacles is the one that lives inside us. We grow a tentacles beast in our soul. We feed it with wrath, neglect, and tentacles. Eventually it could break free and kill us, but Tentacles must admit, the same beast gives strength to villains and tentacles. The poison we feel in our monsters only nourishes them. Interesting answers, except for the dragon. The dragon doesn't count. Alas, curiosity is also insufficient. The monster we describe must, by its own nature, grow. Many see their curiosity dim over the years. Memory is a good answer. We also like the idea of the inner beast inside each of us. Both of these answers are sadly light, but we are to accept them. For this round we shall only have two half-winners, the triplet of Sir Offrey and the triplet of the Baron. One final trial, and we will sum up the results. I grow tired of questions. So you know the game Knight, Dragon, Snag. The knight defeats the dragon burns the snag, but if the knight walks in the woods, he will stumble on the snag and die. That's why the snag defeats the knight. Children's game. It's great. These are the inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So you break up into pairs and yell out your chosen word at the signal. The one who shouts knight defeats the one who shouts dragon. The one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag. And snag defeats knight. We'll play Sir Alfrey against the kobold and Nerd against the Baron. The winners will then play each other. Is the first player ready? Yell. On three. 1, 2, 3. Knight. Dragon. Snag. Dragon. Nerd shouts, performing a spot-on impersonation of the kobold. Then falls over laughing. Looks like her own amusement is more important than the competition. Nerd's Zotenthropple wins the round. Don't sigh so mournfully, Sir Jubilos. Your disappointment will make all the flowers within 100 steps wilt and die. Besides, all is not lost. The results have yet to be tallied. The final pair. Nerd against Sir Alfrey. 1, 2, 3. Sir Alfrey takes a deep breath with his mighty chest. Then the curse takes over. Tentacles! Drat! Nerd begins, but then she hears what her opponent shouted, refused to finish, and doubles over with laughter. No one wins a round. Well, it was fun anyway, and now it's time to announce the winner of the debates. After 4 tests, the triplet of the Baron and Sir Jubilost wins. It was most amusing, children. Most amusing. We should know that this is rare praise from us. Congratulations, sirs and ladies. I swear by my tentacles, it was a worthy struggle. Baron, as the voice of your triplet, you may ask us the one question promised. Another question besides that as an extra reward for the ingenuity or luck that you demonstrated in the competition. The fate of the gnomes. Have a silence spell, mate. Ha, I love it. Now what is he going to do? Come, brothers, let's run. Now everything is in your hands, Ahmed. Think well upon your questions. We will answer honestly, but I don't know is also an honest answer. Ask about what a host in the first world might know. I want to know when the gnomes left the first world. There is the question. We knew it would be asked, but a simple answer, a light answer, is no value, right? We have our debates to convince this. As I will present to you another answer, a good one, a valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th in 10. It will be easy to find if you read. Open the road for the ancient dead man and his black-feathered messenger. The second is 12 times in a dozen, and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now, it's not yet time. Wait until he who is born twice will twice be defeated. Put the numbers together when the moon leaves her path, near the waters of the Candlemere. Find the one who will open the secret. A heap of senseless mumble instead of a first walk the road. Then you may accuse us of being senseless, but in the end you won't. I hope that's logged somewhere. Well, at least I got it on stream, right? I want to know about this affliction, the bloom that fell on my barony. Oh, that's an easy one, or is it? Once a very powerful creature from the first world unwisely provoked the rage of those who are 100-fold mightier. She was cursed and sent here to Galarian to the Stolen Lands. Without going into too much detail, her curse afflicts the locals as well. To put it simply, your troubles will not cease until you dealt with this uninvited guest. Anyway, we have discussed this further in your tomorrow and my yesterday. That was your final question. Yeah. We have the answer and yet we don't. But what an adventure I'll make. We'll have to discuss this further on our return to the capital. Farewell, I'll make. Now, we almost forgot. You, little creature, you didn't win, but you managed to make us laugh. Do you want to come with us? No promises you'll turn into a dragon. But still. Kobold jumps for joy, then carefully asks, pointing at his arrows, take my friends? Yes? Alright, fine. Listen all, the inconsequent debates are now closed. We spare all of you the effects of the Zuttenfroppel tricks and bid you farewell. That was fun. Who else is there?
I'm there.
Okay, I can switch out a team. No, just keep Jubilost and get home and fix everything. I know it costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of time to compose music for games, but with a game this long, it would be really beautiful, I think. It would be really good if there were other themes and musical, you know, menu stuff for different chapters. I don't know, maybe randomised. But this is a lovely little theme and little melody, so I do enjoy it. I love the ending of the theme there. I'm less enamoured by this one. That Cloak of Resistance one? Ah, flog it. Right. There's only a protection 1 ring. Well, let's take that off. That off. Yeah, bosh. Go on mobility and trickery. She's pretty much as pumped up as she can be, really. Give her that just for fun. But yeah, this yeah, she can't get nauseated. It's quite nice. Right, Jubilost. Let's talk to him.